Hey, 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 beautiful people, and welcome back to Mondays with Mondene. This is where we dive deep into life, love, liberty, and democracy. I'm your host, Edie Mondene, and today we're talking about something that's crucial for our future. Me and Isaac Hayes, I brought him here with me. The redefinition or the defining of the black community and what we must do moving forward. What do I mean by moving forward? After this pivotal election, wow, a lot to chew on. Let's get right into it, shall we? Let's look back. Gotta look at history. The journey from the late 1800s is where we're going to start. The black community has always been dynamic, redefining itself across centuries of struggle and resilience. After the abolition of slavery in the late 1800s, black people in the U.S. faced an essential question. How do we shape our future? Some believe that integration into the broader society would lead to progress, while others pushed for self-sufficiency. Kind of like a nation within a nation. From Jim Crow to the Civil Rights Movement, Black Americans have faced oppression, but always defined cultural independence. Think of the early black churches, the historical black colleges and universities, the HBCUs, and community-driven institutions that have empowered us despite the barriers that we faced as a community. But here's the thing. The tensions between assimilation and autonomy didn't stop back then. Fast forwarding to now, we still see divisions. Some of us are pushing for recognition and inclusion in the broader American system, while others are demanding that we focus on building and sustaining our own thing. It's your thing. Do what you want to do. People, we've got to recognize that both strategies, they have a place. But more importantly, we've got to come together to strengthen the community no matter which path we take. This is a kumbaya moment and a get busy moment, a stand-up moment, empowering moment. And it's an empowerment through political action. Now, I need to make this absolutely clear. If there's one thing history has taught us, it's that political action is essential to our survival and growth. Absolutely. It was after the civil rights movement that there was a push to involve black Americans in the political systems. Many people think voting is enough. Well, let me tell you, it's not. It's absolutely not. We must run for office, support black candidates who have our community's best interests at heart, and hold every elected official accountable. This isn't about playing the game, folks. It's about owning the board. And here's where we need to talk about Kamala, our president, Kamala Harris. Should she win, her leadership will represent more than just another black face in a high position. It'll symbolize a turning point in our nation. We need to support her. But it doesn't stop at that celebration that we're going to have. We've got to shore her office up. Now, shore it up. What does that mean? It means mobilizing, organizing, and being ready to defend her policies, especially those that benefit our communities. Say that loud. Not just because we're black and proud, because we need to. Because you already know the moment she's sworn into office, the attacks will come, and we've got to be ready. We've got to back her up with strong community voices, political action, and unbreakable unity. We've got to educate ourselves. It's the cornerstone for change. We can't talk about the progress without talking about education. I don't mean going to get a college degree. Introduce yourself to what's up. For too long, the education system has either erased or misrepresented our history. And we've got to put a stop to that. We've got to educate our youth, not just on the struggles of the past, but on the power they hold now and what they need to obtain for future motivation. Whether President Kamala Harris is in the office or not, our future lies with our young people. They need to know their worth, their history, and their potential. We've got to teach them to lead. And we can't wait for schools to do it for us. This is a community effort. We've got to go back to where we were in order to move forward. Citizenship, accountability, and Black leadership. Every single one of us has a role to play in those things. It's not enough to rely on politicians or celebrities to change our community. We need to step into those leadership roles in business, education, local government. We must prioritize service to the community, not just personal success. When I say citizenship, I'm not just talking about being a citizen of the United States. I mean recognizing the power of our presence right here, right now. Folks, we belong here. We do have a voice. We have a vote, and we have influence. Baby, it's time to use it or lose it. At the same time, we need to hold our leaders accountable. We need leadership that's responsive to the community's needs. Whether it's in politics, education, or business, we've got to demand more from those in power. And we can't be afraid to criticize constructively, critical thinking, not just criticizing, when it's necessary. It's going to take cooperation and togetherness, unity amongst Black leaders. One of the biggest obstacles to our progress is division. A house that's divided against itself, it won't stand. Within our own communities, we've got to be indivisible. You know what I'm saying? And not destructible? Yeah. No single leader can carry the weight alone. That's why it's essential that we work together, set aside differences, and collaborate. Collaborate. You say tomato, I say tomato, okay? For the greater good. We got to get it together. There's that criticizing thing again. This is where institutions like the Black church have been. And we've got to continue in that role to be foundational. And it's up to us to unite these pillars of our community and guide the next generation of leaders. The enemy of progress, my beloved, and you remember this, is division. We can't afford to fall apart when we're on the brink of a new era. What's next? What's next? This is where I get off in my conclusion with you this evening. My beautiful people, we stand at a pivotal moment in our history, American history, your history, Black history, Black pride. We have the power to redefine our community for the future and for right now, but that requires unity, political action, education, and especially holding each other accountable. If Kamala Harris wins, let's make sure her office is fortified with our collective strength. If she doesn't, our work remains just as crucial and probably more. As always, we'll end with a reminder. This is our country, and our voices matter. Let's make sure we're heard. Say it loud. We're Americans, and we're proud. I want you to take that message and make it clear. So until next week, stay blessed, stay powerful, and as always, keep shining your light. Well, let's make some money here. A special shout out to our sponsors, Poshines, not just a restaurant, but an institution. It's located at 8139 North Denver, right here in the Kenton District. And you can expect the best soul food this side of the Willamette. Aunties and Tanties Daycare Services. Adorn Electric, they really light up our lives, and I'm grateful for their support on this podcast. You can visit me right here on Sunday mornings at Celebration Tabernacle in Portland, Oregon. And I want to give a shout out, a special thank you to our production team. Dion, Robin, Andy, and Paul, not one of them is bigger than the other, and what? They all stand tall. If you enjoyed this episode, please share it with your friends and followers and turn on your notifications so you never miss a thing on Mondays with Mondenay. Be sure to follow us on Facebook. There it is right there. And YouTube. Help me out, my brother. Thanks one more time for tuning in to Mondays with Mondenay. And remember, it's not just about the music, it's about the message. Let's keep the conversation going. And please, we've got to make a difference. One beat at a time. So until next week, stay blessed and keep your shining light lit. You know, I talk about a lot about knowing where you came from to know where you're going. Well, I came from the projects of St. Louis, Missouri, and I ended up into the majestic mountaintops of Portland, Oregon. It's been a wonderful journey, and Lewis and Clark took that journey from St. Louis to Portland, and I took it too. It talks about who I am, and as I'm with you often in the in cyberspace or on websites or on the what do you call it, social media, I want you to know a little bit about me and who I am. This book talks about my fantasies, my failures, my triumphs, and more than that, it talks about the resiliency of being able to continue to go forward regardless of the odds. I'd get a copy. It's called From Maladies to Melodies. And I hope that you enjoy it and give me some feedback. God bless.
Hey, it's time for you to come to Poshine. Check out that catfish sandwich. Oh my goodness, is that the shrimp po' boy? Man, look at that chocolate chip cake. Man, I need to get over to Poshine's at 8139 North Denver right now because this food looks delicious. Or call if you'd like, 503-978-9000. And don't miss it, you'll be sorry.
In times gone past, we find ourselves making excuses so that people remind that, ooh, I've got to get home and tend to the brand new missus. I need some time alone. Can't just wait until I finish texting on my phone.